everyone, I'm Captain Logan.
Named Jayson.
And today we're going to be playing Sonic the Hedgehog. Jayson, are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. So, I've never done a Let's Play or anything like that, but I thought it would be fun to try one. And I'm doing this mostly in honor of the Gaming Wildlife Foundation. As you may or may not know, I just appeared on an episode of their show as the Sonic expert, and let me be the first to say that I'm not really a Sonic expert, though I do love me some Sonic the Hedgehog. And I would say I know a fair amount about Sonic, or at least early Sonic. But anyway, I appeared on their show and actually got to co-write an episode with a friend of mine, Jim LaRocca, and I really got in a Sonic mood. And I thought, well, I'm going to take a break. I've been making videos all weekend, so I'm going to take a break and play Sonic. Of course, for me, taking a break means making another video. Jayson, do you like Sonic?
Yeah.
Jayson, you're about to have a birthday. How old are you going to be?
I'm a 3.
You're going to be 3?
Yeah.
Jayson just rolled off a chair. You okay?
Yeah.
So we got past Act 1, and here we go into the bonus stage. I always really like this bonus stage. It's very different from anything else I've ever seen, and they didn't really keep with this in the... Oh, I can't believe I did that. Well, we're off to a great start here. We don't have a continue yet or a Chaos Emerald. Anyway, yeah, I always wished they had kind of stuck with that bonus level, or at least included it along with others. But I also really like a lot of the other Sonic bonus levels from some of the games after this one. Especially the casino one. That's a lot of fun. I really liked it when you got to Sonic and Knuckles, and I don't remember if 3 did this or not, but I really liked it when you got to Sonic and Knuckles and there were a couple of different bonus stages. So, of course, famously, the original Sonic does not include the spin dash, but curiously does include the mechanic of spinning, and it's interesting that those weren't invented together. There are ports of this game that include the spin dash, and I'm not a purist for very much, but I guess I'm somewhat of a purist for this game, because I just don't like that. It's not how it was. It's different. I don't know that it really makes the game that much easier or anything, but the game is certainly designed without it in mind. Oh no, Jayson! Jayson, who do you like better, Sonic or Knuckles?
Knuckles.
Ah, Knuckles? Oh no, we didn't get a bonus level. Oops. Jayson is almost 3, and he's just beginning to play video games a little bit. Hand-eye coordination, of course, is a difficult thing when you're 3. Jayson, did you play some Mario Kart this weekend? You like Mario Kart? What character were you? Who were you playing as? Do you remember?
Sonic.
You weren't Sonic in Mario Kart. Oh wow, look at that glitch. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Man. By the way, I do feel the need to mention that I am playing this on an emulator. I would much prefer to be playing this on a console, especially because the frame rate doesn't look great. And it's glitching slightly, but it's still playable. That's only because I have not invested yet in that newfangled technology that allows you to record gameplay footage into your computer from a console. I've considered it, but I just don't do enough game stuff I thought to warrant it. now here I am, wishing I had that. So, leave a comment, and let me know if you want to see me do more stuff like this, more things with video games in general, and I will definitely consider investing in that newfangled technology. And here comes the easiest Robotnik there is. Now, when I first played this, back when I was a kid, I didn't know you could jump through the chain. So this was a lot harder. And I've seen other people play it that way too. My wife was that way the first time she played this. She didn't think you could jump through the chain. Once you know that, it's very simple. And now we go on to the Marble Zone, which, as some of you know, has some of my favorite video game music of all time. It's actually my favorite video game music of all... Oh, here it comes. Yeah! Butter-dun-dun! This is the music that I used for a long, long time for Comic Book Late Night. Actually, a rock version by a fellow YouTuber, I think named Leslie Y. And I would love to keep using that for Geekvolution tonight, honestly, for our other live show. Jayson, did you get a controller?
Yeah.
Alright, Jason's playing with us now. I would love to keep using this music for the live show. Unfortunately, on Google Plus, I'm a lot more limited than I was when I was just using Wirecast over another live site. So hopefully, eventually, it will get a little bit easier to put in peripheral things like music and other videos and things like that. I mean, I can do it, but it's such a process. It's a total pain, and it's hard to do it seamlessly. Jayson, you look comfortable. Jayson, do you like... What do you like better? Do you like Sonic or Mario?
Sonic.
Sonic? Is that only because I'm playing Sonic right now? And you feel the need to say that?
No.
No?
Because,
Oh, you just like Knuckles. Okay. Knuckles isn't in this game.
but he's not in Sonic.
Well, he's in some Sonic, but he's not in this one. I always preferred Sonic and Knuckles over Sonic 3. I know some people don't feel that way about it. I always liked that Sonic and Knuckles was such a larger game, and I like that there's, multiple tracks where you can play as Sonic or as Knuckles. If you play as Sonic in that game, it's actually a much longer game. If you've only ever played that as Knuckles, be sure to go back and play it as Sonic, because it's actually, I think, a more rewarding experience. If you prefer Sonic 3, I mean, Sonic 3 is a good game. It's just, I think, too short, and I don't like the level design as well as Sonic and Knuckles. But if you prefer Sonic 3 over Sonic and Knuckles, bless you for knowing these games well enough and remembering them well enough to have an opinion on the topic. Jayson, are we gonna get us a Chaos Emerald? No, we're not.
Yeah.
You got no faith in Dad. God, kid, what's wrong with you? Jayson, I think this is technically... I mean, we can't really call this a podcast, I don't suppose, because there's, after all, something going on the screen. But I was going to say, this is, technically your first podcast, the first time you've appeared just with your voice. Oh! I guess you're right, kid.
Yeah.
He had no faith, and he was warranted. Did you see fish? Fish and birds?
Fish and birds.
Ba-da-bum-bum. Marble Zone, that's right. Oh. Well, we're not off to the worst start I've ever had. I would feel better right now if I had to continue. Part of the reason I wanted to do this, besides the fact that I just felt like it, and that's a good enough reason to do anything, except for murder, or taking things that don't belong to you, or being rude to people, or not paying your taxes. The part of the reason I wanted to do this was to see if I could get all the way through it. I gotta say, and I'm going to lose some geek cred here. I don't think I've ever beaten Sonic the Hedgehog 1. And it's not because, well, presumably it's not because I can't, although I've never done it, so I guess I don't know. But, you know, I've played all the way through Sonic and Knuckles, I've played all the way through Sonic 2, and I love Sonic 2. And I think I've played all the way through Sonic 3. The reason I've never played all the way through this is because, I lose interest, like, which is really interesting because the first 2 levels I play for nostalgia. I mean, like, this is one of the first video games I really got into after Mario when I was a kid. I mean, I was playing this game when I was like 9, and I got into video games fairly late. You know, relatively, you know, relative to other kids of the time. I mean, I didn't get an NES until the Super NES was well available. So I didn't grow up playing video games besides in the arcade. You know, I think I got my first system when I was like 8 or 9. And anyway, I would play this for these levels, and I got really great at them, and then, you know, I would sometimes play the next couple, but I just didn't love the water level, and so I would kind of stop. And because of that, I mean, I've been much further than that, but because of that, I don't think I've ever actually played all the way through it. So we're going to see here if we can get all the way through it. Yeah. Jayson, you do look really comfortable over there, kid.
I'm playing Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, that's great, because that way, if I do something really stupid, I can blame it on you.
Knuckles the Hedgehog.
No, Knuckles isn't a kidna.
Knuckles is a hedgehog.
No, he's not. He's an echidna. What color is Knuckles?
Red.
He is red. That's right.
And the word is white.
The word is white.
Yeah.
Oh, he's looking at my. I have a Knuckles background right now on my computer. That's what he's looking at. I have to apologize if you can hear my controller here. It's fairly a loud controller.
What's making me sound?
Well, those are fireballs. Those are lava plumes. Can you say lava plumes? The lava as I smash into the lava plumes.
The Sonic game.
Yep. So I may be having to emulate this, and I may not be playing on a console like I would love to be doing. I have this, by the way, ported on in several different places, but I am playing. I should say proudly with a Sega controller. I'm actually playing this with a Dreamcast controller. That's right. You know why? Because I can.
I can't. That's Sonic, and then
Luigi, Sonic and Luigi.
Well, he is in Sonic.
No, he's not. Well, only if you're playing Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and
But
really, why?
He is in Sonic. In your video.
In a video? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, in the Game and Wildlife video? You saw Luigi? Yeah. Jayson feels the need to keep plugging for the folks over at Game and Wildlife. Good job, Jayson. They're really doing a great job over there. And I'm hoping to work with them again very soon. I'd love to write a full episode on my own for them. I don't. I mean, it was great collaborating with Jim. I'd love to sit down and write one. I don't know what on yet. Me not being the biggest gamer in the world, it would have to be something classic, probably. And I doubt if I could get them to let me do something on Virtual Fighter. They'd get like 12 views.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
Your computer and your TV in the
Yeah, but it's okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jayson, does this look hard? Does it look kind of hard?
Yeah. They're hard.
Yeah, when Sega was doing those commercials talking up all that blast processing and how fast Sonic the Hedgehog was, they sure weren't showing any footage of this part right here.
Yeah. Yep.
So, my wife is a big fan of Sonic CD. She doesn't love a lot of the other Sonic games. She'll play them, but she finds them a little too difficult. She really likes Sonic CD. She likes and it's differently designed than these, and she really likes the level design there. And I don't want to say it's because Sonic CD is easier. It's easier for her. I think Sarah's thing is she doesn't want to have to play the same level over and over again and memorize it, and she feels like there's too much of that, especially in this game. And I can see that criticism. I find it impossible to be objective about this game and really all of the side-scrolling Sonic games, because I grew up with them. They're, again, really nostalgic for me, and, you know, I think the level design's fantastic because I know them, you know? I can't really put myself back in that place of what was it like the very, very first time I played some of these levels. I can remember it. I can kind of vaguely remember the frustration of not knowing what the rules were and how I was supposed to play the game and that sort of thing. But, you know, this doesn't seem difficult to me because I know what's coming. But this, especially Marble Zone, is definitely a kind of level where you've got to play it enough to know what's coming. But it's not all like that. I don't feel like Green Hill Zone's that way. I don't even feel like the zone after this is that way. The name escapes me right now. Well, Jayson, we got 4 men. But we don't have any continues yet. And it gets increasingly more difficult to end with enough rings.
Yeah.
to get your continues. So, or not your continues, but your extra levels. You want to watch Jayson Bane? Well, maybe we'll do that when we're done. But we gotta try to get through this whole game. You gonna stay with me while we play this game?
Yeah.
Try to get through the whole thing?
Yep.
Yep?
Yep.
Oh man, are you gonna be a trooper?
No.
You're not gonna be a trooper?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you see more lava fireballs?
Of a fireball.
Alright, here we go. Here comes the gauntlet. Here comes the gauntlet.
Here comes the gauntlet.
Or like the mini gauntlet. Because then when you get to the third part, there's much more of a gauntlet. These are really long for Sonic levels, or at least they sure feel that way. Oh, am I already on the third one? I forgot where I was. I guess that was the gauntlet. Wow. Boy, how does the time fly?
What does it have? Luigi.
No, it doesn't have Luigi, Jayson. Yeah, I really thought I was on the second stage of the zone. Oops. Played through that faster than I thought I would. Well, I'm glad I haven't died yet, because that would have been embarrassing. Jayson. Ba-da-bum-bum. This was a game that I always played to relax. I never really played this for completion. And I still will occasionally do that, you know, if I'm feeling... Jayson. If I'm feeling a little stressed out, or if I've just had kind of a tough day or something, sometimes I'll just put this in and play it for a few minutes just to relax. I don't have to play all the way through it. I don't even necessarily have to go all the way to Spring Hill Zone or much past it.
Yeah.
I always thought this game did a fantastic job of being... Wow, I just jumped right into that. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Let's go get some more rings, shall we? I always thought that Sonic the Hedgehog did, the first one especially, did a fantastic job of increasing the difficulty as it went along. I mean, you could say that in a way Marble Zone is a lot harder than this zone. But then it starts increasing, you know, the number of enemies and the things that can smush you, and, you know, spiky things spinning and stuff like that. And then things like this guy, if you don't kill him, he's gonna smack into you, and he's gonna follow you forever. Anyway. Oh, just like that. No! No! Oh! No good. Hold on, let me turn down the gain on my microphone. So yeah, I don't review a lot in the way of video games on the channel. I'd love to do more game stuff. I love video games. I'm not a hardcore gamer by today's definition. Certainly, I might talk about that a little bit more as we go along. But a lot of the reason that I don't do a lot of game reviews is just because I prefer reviewing story. I'm more of an analytical kind of guy. And so some people will say, well, there's a lot of like great stories being told in video games these days. You know, increasingly it's becoming more of a narrative-driven medium. And I used to resist that idea, but I'm beginning to understand what people are talking about when they say that. And you know, I've had people like King who've tried relentlessly to get me to play BioShock and things like that. And I should, you know, I really need to do that. I just find myself having a difficult time getting excited about playing, about sitting down for several hours and playing modern video games. Some of it's just a time thing. I feel like I can kind of sit down and take the time to try to finish this game all the way through. It'll probably, if we actually get all the way through it, it'll probably take us, what, an hour and a half? Probably not much longer than that. And even something like Arkham City, you know, I took a couple weeks on that game just because I wasn't playing it constantly. Oh, man. That wasn't very impressive, now was it? But anyway, yeah, so I'd like to do more reviews of the stories of video games. It may be the sort of thing where some things I can just kind of watch somebody else's gameplay and talk about the story. Ha! Did you see that? Did you see that? That was a shortcut. But the trouble with that too is that the gameplay. The gameplay is such a component of... You want to see something irritating? The gameplay with story-driven video games is a component of the storytelling a lot of the time. I mean, the most competent writers working in that field are writing them that way because it is interactive. And so, you know, you need to make a good case for it being in the video game form as opposed to, you know, a movie or a television show or a book. You know, why does this need to be interactive? Why is it so important that I am the protagonist? It's nearly like second person perspective. And so to just watch gameplay footage and review the story, I feel like you might be missing a major component by not putting yourself in the protagonist's shoes, since that's what's expected from the story of the game. And so it's just a matter of finding the time to do that. And then sometimes I feel like I'm just not good enough at video games to like I'm not the guy to do that. Ooh, dodge that bullet. I didn't realize that was there.
What happened?
Well, I almost got crushed.
What?
Luckily, we did not get crushed. Oh, yes we did. And there was an extra man right there. And we don't have a continue yet. We're not doing so well. This might be a very short... This might be a very short playthrough, Jayson.
Yeah.
Oh! And everybody's watching this going, yeah, Captain Logan's right. He can't play video games. My goodness. You need to stick to Superhero Rewind, Captain Logan. Why are you wasting your time?
Whoa, it's Pioneer.
And Spawn Year, right. You just stick to Spawn Year, dude. Oh man, I wish we hadn't lost that life. That's gonna really set us back. But I'm gonna go back for it. And I'm going to try to not play like an idiot. Love Sonic the Hedgehog music. I wish that modern Sonic games were writing music a little bit more in line with this stuff, just because it was so unique. I did a top 10 of my favorite Sonic music from side-scrolling Sonic, I think maybe a year ago. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I really like how that video turned out. I bet you can't guess what my number 1 was. Jayson, you having fun?
Yeah. I'm having fun.
Jayson, we got a shield, we got 46 rings, we got 3 men.
3 men.
Doing a little bit better than we were 3 minutes ago. And maybe, if we're lucky, we can hang on to some of these rings and go to the bonus level at the end of this so that we can get our continue. Because we're most certainly going to need that if we're going to play all the way to the end. We are almost half an hour in, and we're at what, the second stage of, I guess I'm not keeping track of this very well, the second stage of Spring Hill Zone. So I'm very curious to see how long it takes to finish this game.
Oh yeah.
I did watch Aqualung's playthrough of this game, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that was a straight up playthrough. I think it was more of a walkthrough. So, because I was sitting here trying to remember how long that took, but I think he was skipping around a little bit. So, by the way, if you've never watched Aqualung, I don't think he gets nearly the viewership he should. I really like his style and the time he takes to make complete walkthroughs for games of this era. Oh, I can't believe that. We are not playing well, Jayson. At least not on the bonus level. Wow. Usually I would have at least a couple Chaos Emeralds by this point. My goodness. But yeah, I do really recommend Aqualung. He's got that dry New York kind of sense of humor. Yes, Jayson? What's that? Press what? I don't know what you're saying, kid.
I don't know.
You don't know? Well then, why are you saying it? Jayson, that's enough, kid. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, that wasn't the time to do that. I undershot that all kinds of bad. Yeah, it's interesting how the selling point, you know, for this game really was how fast the character moves, and there is a lot of waiting that goes on in Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that wasn't a good time for my computer to go to sleep. I really should have turned that off. Well, if we die now, if we lose everything now, I can blame it on my computer. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry about that, folks.
Oh,
As I said, this was Jesus. As I said, this is my first attempt at something like this, and the first step really should have been to buy that newfangled technology, and my second step, or at least if I was going to do it this way, my first step at that point should have been turn off your computer's sleep mode. That's all right. We'll see what we can do here.
Yeah. Me too.
You too, huh? Okay. Oh man, why did I jump there? That was smart. Oh man, I am rusty. When I was a kid, I could have very easily been described as a hardcore gamer. I mean, at the risk of making up math, I'd say 70 to 80% of at least what we played when I was a kid, what me and all my friends were playing, were side scrollers. You know, we were playing these adventure games, and that's what you played. These days, if you're not playing FPSs or RPGs, you're not considered a hardcore gamer. But I wouldn't call myself a hardcore gamer now, just because it's not my primary hobby. I'm not gaming all the time like I'm reading comics and, you know, watching films and reviewing and that kind of thing. That's much more what I'm doing now, but I still love this stuff. Alright, we got 60 rings.
Yeah.
I guess it's not gonna matter now though, because we're in our third stage, so there's not gonna be a bonus level for us here. We'll have to fight Robotnik. Oh, here comes my favorite thing. Jayson, what are you doing over there?
I don't know.
Are you singing? What are you singing?
B-I-N-G-O.
You're singing bingo?
Bingo.
Oh, alright. And this is what happens when you do playthroughs with a 2-year-old.
Big
Alright, here we go.
Here we go.
This one's a little tougher. I really wish I hadn't jumped into that. That was dumb. See if I can get him to come over here. Come on! Well, I guess we could keep this at a stalemate all day long. Not good. It's just really hard to judge that, because you gotta stand in a place where he'll come down, but then you gotta move out of the way before he actually does come down, and I don't know, it seems a little glitchy. Like, sometimes you have to stand there longer than you think you do, or than you do for other times. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Come on. Right here. Ugh! I'm hoping one more, because otherwise I wasn't really counting or paying attention. No! Okay, well, I guess it's a moot point then. That was a cheap shot. I didn't realize I was standing that close to him. Huh. This is not turning out the way I was hoping it would. I had a fine start. I mean, I got all the way through Marble Zone. But I didn't get any continues. It's a little bit embarrassing. I guess we'll go over here. And I got no rings. I probably should have seen if I could go back and get some. Today on How Not to Play Video Games. Now he's coming down when I want him to. I think we got him now. I think we're okay. Come on. There we go. Now all we have to do is basic platforming. Can we do it? Here we go. Yes! Yeah, what's up, kid? Time?
Yeah.
4:51. That's the time it took me to complete that level. And now the dreaded labyrinth zone. I don't know if we're gonna get past this, guys, which would be kind of ironic and a little poetic, really, for me, because this is usually where I tend to stop when I play this game. Because, you know, this is not the easiest thing in the universe. I can get through it. Well, usually. I'm not playing very well. But we've got one man at the moment, and now we got nothing. And that's it. I was really worried that was going to happen. I wish I'd gone back for those rings. And we got no continues. That's it, folks. Well, maybe I'll come back later on and try it again. You've just seen me completely crash and burn. I'm playing Sonic the Hedgehog. But thanks a lot for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. And we'll come back and do another one of these later on if people liked it. And, you know, I'll see if I can do better next time. Thanks a lot for listening. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jayson.
See you later.